Hello and welcome back to another commentary on the main channel, and today I'll be reacting to the fourth episode of Year 1, which is Halo Combat Evolved. Now, I want to talk about this video specifically because this is where the Idiot Savant series
It is the sixth generation of
officially and unofficially began, because
the release of the
initially when I was making this video, I didn't plan on making
other
the Idiot Savant series. I was basically thinking like, oh, when I make a video on on the Halo games, I could do some voiceovers, probably make some machinima or something that resembles the old Halo machinima videos. And so that's what I was sort of been doing
industry
at
for
some part of
Microsoft.
this entire video. And so yeah, I didn't realize that back then, but then while I was making the Cuphead DLC video, I realized, let's do something stupid. Let's just make a full-on Halo Machinima style movie of Halo 2, and then do that as well for the next lineup of Halo games. So yeah, um, I didn't realize that back then, and if past me were to learn that today, you'd be pretty shocked. So yeah.
Xbox was finally released. But you see, in order to compete against the PlayStation 2, you also need a great library of exclusive games and not just a powerful console. You also need Shrek. The Xbox was released with 20 launch titles in North America, 12 launch titles in Japan, and 19 in Europe, one of which is the saving grace of the Xbox brand, Halo. Halo Combat Evolved was developed by Bungie. Before Microsoft acquired Bungie, the company.
So even though some of the video editing is somewhat improved, I mean throughout this entire video, the gameplay is actually now formatted and consistent, unlike the Ninja Gaiden one, which I'm still not proud of. But there are still parts like this part where I compare the gameplay between Wolfenstein and Doom. The Doom portion gameplay is a bit to the center, like they're not evened out, whatever. So yeah, the editing at this point is somewhat improving, but not too much.
There was an online multiplayer
Also, the music is a bit too loud. Yeah, everything in this video is a bit too loud, so I apologize.
of sleep. The game was able to release alongside the Xbox on November 15, 2001. While Halo was not an instant runaway success on release, the game sold alongside more than 50% of every Xbox console. Halo received universal acclaim and many great review scores. And even to this day, Halo is considered one of the greatest games of all time. So let's try this game out and see why is it so great. To start off, I'm not the biggest Halo fan. The first Halo game I played was Halo Reach, which is lore-wise the first Halo game. So I have some connection to the franchise. Anyway, let's play Halo Combat Evolved. We'll start with the campaign since that's the reason why I want to play and talk about this game. And since we'll be playing as Master Chief, I gotta get into character. So we begin with a little tutorial about the controls. I'm using Halo Custom Edition, which allows me to play using either a keyboard and mouse or a standard controller. Both of them have great controls, but I'm more of a controller guy. No! Tutorial man!
Okay, so yeah, so this is where the voiceover begins, or particularly where Master Clef begins. And so yeah, I want to kind of make the story clear of Idiot Savant. So Master Clef here is basically the same as Master Chief and the story here in this game, but Master Clef here, since you saw in the original like Xbox graphics, his audio is somewhat clearer than the Halo 2 and Halo 3 um, games. So yeah, that's
Huh?
actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't know why I decided to make Master Clef and the Idiot Savant. I'm just doing it for like I was just trying to make a unique project. That's all. So yeah, and also yeah, the audio peaking there's gonna be a lot of audio peaking with the Idiot Savant videos, particularly Halo CE 2 and 3, and I was planning on revamping this episode in particular. At this point, I've already done the revamped version of Halo 2, and I'm still working on the revamped version of Halo 3. But I don't know. I might make a revamped version of this, but then I realized that I have to make a revamped version of each episode of year 1 and maybe year 2. So yeah, that's going to be a ton of work for one person, and I have like a lot more stuff that I want to work on. So yeah, the revamped version will only be for the Halo 2 and Halo 3 episodes only. And another thing that I want maybe add to the story behind Master Clef here is that Master Clef is an immature child, basically here. Like he's he's swearing a lot, and that's the direction I went with Master Clef in Halo 2 and Halo 3, which is that Master Clef is basically this immature child who has never been raised properly, because in the canon lore of Halo, in the novel The Fall of Reach that I read, um, there was this part. The story showed how Halsey, or Dr. Halsey of the UNSC, sort of like captured, and probably not the right term, but essentially they captured a bunch of children from their family and they raised them into becoming the Spartans that we know and love. And so that's what the approach that I went with Master Clef is that he is a very extreme version of that, you know. He's very immature child, even though he has undergone severe training as a Spartan. So yeah, that's basically the approach of what I wanted to do with Master Clef.
That terminal, try there.
You alright?
Never been better. You can't imagine the wealth of information. The knowledge, so much, so fast. It's glorious.
Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I meant the limited edition Halo onion ring.
So I don't know why I went with Halo being a giant onion ring. Like, that's sort of a running gag with the series, and there's not much of a context with that on the onion ring stuff. So yeah, that's basically the most random gag that I've done for the series, and there's not much. It doesn't have much of a presence in the actual story. Like, it means nothing. It's just a gag in the story. It doesn't mean anything, like, at all. So yeah.
Stay back! Stay back! You're not turning me into one of those things!
I'm not a
I'll
wizard,
blow your brains
Marine.
out! Get away from me! Ah! Ah!
You're
Don't touch me,
wasting
freak.
your
I won't
ammo.
be like you, I'll die.
What was that?
Also, in this flood mission, I mean, you can already tell I wasn't really good at voice acting. I'm probably not like really good at voice acting right now, but I could have put like more emotion into that, like what was that or something. I don't know. That was probably terrible, but yeah, there's pretty much a lack of emotion with how I was voice acting here in this episode. I was basically like reading the script and not doing much. So yeah.
Nobody told me this was Australia. They have legs now? They have legs now.
So at this point, and
R2
I
need
don't
to
know
be going
why,
up, not down.
it's now becoming more and
They
more
shoot
like,
now?
oh,
They shoot now. This
this
is
becoming more and more like the
This is
Halo
supposed to
2
be
video
Halo,
where
not horror game.
Master Clef actually, where you get to see Master Clef interact with the actual like in-game stuff. Like when
No,
this thing
you're such a
happens,
hero.
Master Clef will comment something like, "Oh, this guy is pretty good," or why can't he die? I've been shooting for like 5 minutes and stuff like that." And so I don't know why I did this thing
Alright, so we gotta
more
find
than
C3PO
halfway throughout the video.
aliens.
Like
This
if
place
I'd
is
done
dark
that,
and easy
I
to
would have
get
done
lost. There are just so
if I
many
did this, I
enemies
would
that
have done
feels like
that
they
throughout
infinitely
the
respawn.
entire game. I
The
would have done that
shotgun
through
is your
like the first
ultimate
mission of the
ally.
game, but
Throughout
I
the
didn't,
missions,
and I
C3PO would
just
send in
did
respawned
this
sentinels.
like almost halfway or more than halfway through the entire game. So
Ken
yeah, I
is
don't know
just
why
like
I
the
did
other
that,
mission, but more
and I'm
irritating.
glad that
Makes
that's the
much more
approach
damage
that
to
I
kill
did
him,
on
though,
Halo 2,
literally.
which
Also,
I'll
this mission
talk
goes
about
on
soon, but
and on.
yeah. And so yeah, the Warthog run or whatever run that happens in Halo games, I will always put like a sort of epic montage of the Warthog run in each game of Halo. So yeah, I'd say I was pretty proud of doing this because it felt like it, it was different at the time, and it's something that I'm sort of proud of. And I kind of like, this is probably my favorite. Also yeah, that part where I fell, that was unplanned. I actually fell to my death, so I had to redo the entire segment. But yeah, this is probably my favorite episode of this entire year, at least. The, yeah, this is probably my favorite episode of the entire year because of how unique it is compared to the rest of the episodes released this year.
Finally, now I can rest and finish my onion rings. So that was the campaign. Overall thoughts? Really impressive for a game in 2001. The graphics may not be over the top, but they look great for a game in this generation. The reveal of the Flood is undeniably well thought out, starting out as these ominous beings being revealed as powerful monsters. Throughout the last few missions of the campaign, we're not only facing your standard Covenant grunts, but we're also facing these monstrosities. It really feels like we're stepping into an unknown alien world, and Halo nailed that completely. Now, on the multiplayer side, there are only two ways to play with other people: split screen and system link play. Split screen multiplayer is outstanding back then in this game, that it is on par with what GoldenEye 007 did back in the Nintendo 64 with 4-player split screen multiplayer. People would bring their Xbox and TV to their friends' houses and play Halo with them. This is where the term LAN parties was born. They had such an impact on the gaming community. Multiplayer is one of the core identities of the Halo franchise. There's just so much stuff to do here in multiplayer. There's just so much stuff to do. There's just so much stuff to customize. Yeah, you can customize your own game mode if you want to. There's a ton of fun content here in this game. Without Halo, the Xbox brand would have been left in the dust long ago. Halo does not only affect Xbox as a whole, but it popularized multiplayer gaming for first-person shooters. So I had a lot of fun playing Halo. I was amazed by its beauty and charm, and this is definitely one of those timeless masterpieces of a video game. And now we're back to reality.
And so, yeah, it ended with supposedly continuing Ninja Gaiden 2. But then the very next episode was just me talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, and then the next episode was Ninja Gaiden 2. So yeah, I don't know why I did the FNAF video first before Ninja Gaiden 2, and so yeah. Basically, I'd say this is the best episode of the year, particularly because, again, of how unique it is, how this is basically the first episode of the Idiot Savant series, which is the most unique project or series of projects that I've done so far in this channel. And so I'm really proud of how it turned out, although I could have improved a little bit, like Master Clef, interacting with the game world. I would have put that throughout the entirety of this entire video, but then again, initially I wasn't planning on making the Idiot Savant series, and I wasn't planning on the character Master Clef and stuff like that. So yeah, again, I think this is the best episode of the year, and um, I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And so thank you for watching this commentary, and I hope you guys stay safe and enjoy your lives.